Think about the numbers you see every day. Most stop at 0, but a whole world of mathematics exists below that line, -1, -5, or even -10. To understand how these work, we first need to look at the tools we use for basic counting. These are our standard positive numbers. We use numbers 1 through 5 to represent physical quantity. Each digit tracks a measurable amount of objects we can see. However, looking only at positive quantities reveals a gap. The visual space to the left of 0 remains empty. Our reality doesn't stop at nothing. We need a system to measure what happens when we go below that baseline, to track things like debt, depth, and opposing directions. 0 marks the exact middle point of the mathematical spectrum. It holds a unique, neutral position, carrying neither a positive nor a negative charge. As we populate the left side of the line, every number receives a minus sign. Here, the symbol functions as an identity tag, identifying values that are less than 0. We can see this in action by rotating our number line into a vertical scale. This is how a thermometer measures the intensity of cold. If the temperature starts at 10 degrees and drops past the freezing point of 0, it can settle at -2. This value tells us exactly how far the temperature has fallen below our baseline. The negative sign serves as a directional indicator. It allows us to measure movement and intensity in the opposite direction of standard growth. The same logic applies to personal finance. When you spend more money than you actually own, you create a mathematical deficit. If a bank balance drops from 0 to -500, that negative integer represents a specific amount of debt owed to the bank. We also use this system to track spatial depth. Imagine an elevator sitting at the ground floor, which we will mark as our 0 baseline. Here is a challenge for you. If the elevator moves down 3 floors below ground level, what integer represents its final position? Pause the video now to find the answer. The elevator is at -3. Whether we are measuring debt, physical depth, or any deficit beneath a baseline, negative numbers provide the necessary map to track those values. To master this system, we need to see how it's organized. We begin with natural numbers, the positive counting numbers we use for basic quantities. By adding 0 to that group, we expand our system into what mathematicians call whole numbers. Finally, we reach the integers. This group encompasses all our whole numbers while adding the entire infinite spectrum of negative values. This creates a balanced system that stretches infinitely in both directions, all anchored by 0 in the center. While integers cover whole values, our next lesson will explore the gaps between them, where we find fractions and rational numbers. Understanding integers gives you the foundational language to track debts, directions, and changes in the world around you. Keep practicing and keep improving your math skills. Thank you for learning with Mathnovas. Subscribe for more easy-to-understand mathematics lessons and continue your journey from basic math to advanced mathematics.